everyone, welcome to my craft room. This is Eileen with Eileen David Creations, and today is day 8 of our 12 days of Christmas crafts. And today we're going to be making tree topper bows, 2 of them. So let me refresh my page here, and when you jump in, comment and say hi and let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Pam. Oh, my daughter's in Missouri. Okay, let's see. Where am I here? Hi, Barbara. Thanks for watching. Hi, Linda. Okay, great. Hi, Lily. Hi, Pam. Thank you guys all for watching. So yesterday I did take the day off. Hey Kimberly, hi Kim. Hi Linda, you're from my part of the country, California. Hi Felicia. It's nice to have you guys all join me today. Hi Leanne. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making today. I'll show you a couple of the ones that I've already made. This is a first one. This is 14 inches wide. This is the rose gold ribbon theme, and it has a cream background with, hey Eileen, cream background with like a gold and silver and rose gold snowflakes. This is really pretty. And here's another one, another tree topper I made. This is a teal and mint green and white and kind of silvery colors. Isn't that pretty? Not your everyday Christmas colors. So this is what we're going to be making today. I'm so excited because I finally get to use the fluff box that came in the mail yesterday. So what we're going to be using, it's just our Pro Bow the hand. You've seen me use this before. We're going to be using 3 ribbons for each bow. We're going to be using a 2.5 inch wide ribbon. This first one is going to be navy and gold, the theme. Isn't that a pretty ribbon? This is such a nice ribbon too. It feels like it's material with this glitter on it. And this is from Sam's Club. With that, I'm going to be using this metallic gold 1.5 inch ribbon. Hi Cynthia. And this blue and gold, kind of a sheer ribbon. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So kind of matches the ribbon theme we're going to be doing today. So that's going to be our first bow. Our second bow is going to be red and gold, and I'll show you those ribbons right when we use it. So hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down before we start so you can see exactly what I'm doing. We're going to be using I'm using a 22 gauge wire. Usually when you're using the Pro Bow, you use a 26 gauge wire, which is a little bit thinner than the 22 gauge. But I've had really bad luck with the wires breaking when I twist them. And that really stinks because you have to go back and redo the bow again. Oh, the ribbons are, I use a 2.5, a 1.5 inch, and a 1.5 inch. Thanks, Chance. Okay. So again, a 22 gauge ribbon, and this one I cut 24 inches long. And we're going to be using our scissors. That's basically all we're going to be needing. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn the camera down so you can all see the Pro Bow. Does it look crooked? Okay. So we're going to gather, and I have as you can see here, I have the 3 ribbons on the ribbon holder, the spool, so they don't go anywhere. And I'm just going to gather my ribbons, and I start with the widest ribbon on the bottom, and I just layer the two 1.5 inch ribbons on top of it. And we're going to gather in about 1 inch or so, like that, and take our wire, bend it in half, and take that half mark and wind it around the part where you gathered your ribbons. Just 1 or 2 times. Oh, great, Mary. You're going to love the Pro Bow when you get it. Thanks for sharing, Karen, and thanks for reminding me. If you'd like to have this video on your own feed, so you don't have to look for it on my feed if you want to watch it again, please share it so that it'll show up on your feed. Plus, it'll help share my business and get us going. Okay, so after that, we're gonna loop, let's see, no, we're gonna loop it around, and we're going to twist the wire that's going up around the dowel. You want to make sure the ribbon that you twisted the wire around is kind of in between the dowel. I know it's hard to see from this angle. I'm sorry, guys, but if you go to probowthehand.com, Regina Sellers has great tutorial videos there, or she has some on YouTube also. And she has it from the point of view where it's like, it's how you would want to see it. It's like from back here, if you were doing the bow. And there's different bow recipes too. This is just the layered bow that we're doing. So we have 3 bows. So we're gonna, making sure that your ribbons are lined up, we're gonna gather, this is how I like to do it. I gather it together. I wanna make sure that it's stacked right behind that first one where it's wrapped with a wire. And then we're gonna twist it so that the pretty side of the ribbon is facing this way, because this is the front of our bow. And then loop it around that next finger. Hey, Mary. Thanks for sharing, Rhonda. Oh, that's great, Barbara. And then when you pull it back here and then twist again so that your ribbon's facing the right way. And loop it around the next finger. And then twist again. And the great thing about this is because it's on the ribbon, the ribbons are on the ribbon spools. They're not rolling around all over the place, and they're pretty much staying put. And that makes it so much easier when you're making these bows. And when I'm twisting it, I like to put my thumb against that so that I can let go of this hand and use that to loop the ribbons around the next loop, the finger. The ribbon spool, you have one set that comes with a Pro Bow, Mary, and what I did was I ordered another one that came in yesterday with the fluff box. So there we go. Do it again, and this bow, we're using all of the fingers, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, has 13 fingers, and we have we're using 3 ribbons, so it's going to have our bow when it's finished and we've fluffed it out. We are going to have 39 loops. That's a lot of loops for on a bow. Can you imagine doing that by hand? I definitely couldn't do it by hand. I couldn't even begin to. I don't think I can hold that much ribbon in my hands. Rhonda, for this ribbon, for this bow design, you do not have to tie the wire each time we bring it around. That's for the terry bow, only because we cut each ribbon as we for each loop, because we're using multiple ribbons. But with this bow, we are using the same 3 ribbons, and they're stacked. So you can actually use the same exact method of making this bow with just 1 ribbon. And I'm sure you can make it with more than 3 ribbons too, but that would be really, really fluffy. I've never tried this bow method with more than 3 ribbons. Hi Irma, I'm good. How are you? Okay, almost done. And it goes by pretty quickly too. And once you learn the technique, you really don't even have to think about it. There we go. Oh, did I lose you guys? No, no, Carol, this is just the, I don't know what it's called. This is just the original bow that I learned from watching the pro bow, the hand tutorials on YouTube. Okay, so once you have looped the last finger, you want to give it a nice twist here so that as usual, the ribbon's facing that way, this way, the pretty side. And what I've been doing is, and I hope this is the right way, is, let me see. And I usually like to do a 24-inch tail. So, I don't have my, I'm going to push this forward a little bit so I can pull the tails. I want a pretty good sized tail. So I'm pulling all the ribbons out, and this is where I want to, okay, pull this back so you can see it. So this is going to be my tails, and I'm going to, so I don't have to cut it twice, give this a cut. I can also tie off this bow first. That'll probably make it easier for me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that so I can let go and organize these tails. So I'm just unwinding the top, then unwinding the bottom wire, and pushing it together, the ribbons together really tight. Twist it a couple of times. Oh, you know what? I thought I lost it too. Hang on a second. Let me refresh my page. Is everybody back? I hope. Okay. Okay, good. I can see it again. Okay, so I gave it a couple good twists, so that's holding the ribbon nice and steady now. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up my ribbons for my tails. And at the end, just like in the beginning, I'm going to gather it about 1 inch in. And then I'm going to put it back here. and give it another couple of good twists so that it'll stay there. Then once that's done, you can remove the bow, and we have a gigantic loop back here. And all we do with that is cut it in half. That way you know both your tails are even. And then we're going to go ahead and we can just go ahead and dovetail these ribbons. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Cynthia. This is the first time I've actually used this ribbon. Something different. And it's definitely really like classic looking, I think. So I'm going to move that up front. And introducing my fluff box. This is the first time I'm using this, guys. So if I goof up, it's because I've never used it before. So the fluff box came with this, let me bring it up so I can show you. Came with this eye hook that I put in, and it has a nail back here. And the eye hook actually isn't a whole hook. There's a part that's cut out here. So you can just slide the wire in instead of having to thread it through the eye hook. Thanks, guys. Oh, the ribbon, the ribbon from this bow is all from Sam's Club. So we just slide that through and then wind the wire around the nail in the back. And this block is pretty heavy. I mean, you don't want to drop this on your foot. It's that heavy. So you just stand your bow on the fluff box like this, and starting on the bottom bows, hey Cynthia, you just start pulling them apart and placing them where you'd like them to be. And because they are wired really well, really tightly, they are not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, 8 pounds. Yeah, you don't want to drop 8 pounds on your feet, Dana. Or Carol, I'm sorry. Thanks, Dana. And the great advantage with using the fluff box is since your bow is pretty much stuck to it, you have both hands to use to fluff your box rather than holding the bow with one hand while you're trying to wrestle with it with the other hand, trying to fluff it out. So, love that part about it. So at this point, you can see it's moving around a little bit, but it's still better than because I have both my hands to pull and arrange the loops. And you definitely want to pull it pretty taut so that you can place the ribbons. And that's where those twists come in when you twist it. Ooh, I'm really liking this bow. Yeah, me too, Sylvia. Thanks. Is it Jama or Jama? Sorry. She really is, Mary. She really is. I know how she came up with a pro bow, but I'm so glad she did. And again, you guys, if you want detailed, really good tutorials on how to make not only this bow, but all the bunch of other bows, either probowthehand.com or the YouTube channel. They have a bunch of really good detailed videos. So, and then after it's all, your ribbons are all spread out, that's where you can go around and fluff the loops and rearrange them if you want to, move the ribbons around. I think I really like this bow combination. That's pretty much it. So, and we have our tails, and what I like to do with the tails is I like to roll them this way. And then just keep it like that when I store it or when I ship it, and then when the customer gets it, and when they take it out, it'll have a really nice roll onto it. I'll show you. So you remove the bow, and there it is. Isn't that pretty? I like that. And there's the curly tail. See, this one I didn't curl, just come straight down, and this one I curled. So they can separate that so it runs down the tree, just like that. Thanks, Cynthia. So that's bow number 1. Put that aside. Okay, so the next bow we're going to be using is red. It's going to be red and gold. So the first ribbon we have is this. So it's so funny because when I pulled the ribbons, I didn't realize it until I was putting it on the ribbon holder. This is kind of like a fishnet type of, it's like a mesh ribbon. It's almost feels like metal. So this is gold sheer. And then the next one is this red and gold harlequin. That first ribbon was from Michaels. This one, I believe, is from Craft Outlet. So it's a red and gold like harlequin color. And then this third one is from Costco. It has a red background, but it also have like a crisscross diamond shape of gold. So our theme is red and gold diamond shapes. So again, we're going to use, I'm using the 22 gauge wire, 24 inches long. And I get my wire from Hobby Lobby. And always use your coupon when you can. Okay, so just like the first one, you want to use your 2.5 inch ribbon on the bottom. I guess I should move this and get the Pro Bow back. There you go. So we have our 2.5 inch ribbon and 1.5 inch ribbon and 1.5 inch ribbon. You don't have to do 2.5, 1.5, 1.5 like I'm doing. You can do all 1.5 inch ribbon, or you can do all 2.5 inch ribbon. This gold one, I've never used this one, so we'll find out if it's difficult. It shouldn't be. So again, I'm wiring about 1 inch or so from the end. And you want to make sure you have one wire up and one wire down. We're going to wind the wire clockwise around the top, holding the ribbon at the middle of the, so you want it to be right about here on the dowel, not on the bottom, not on the top, just right here about the middle. And then the bottom wire, we're going to wind around the nail in the back here and then just tuck the rest under so it's out of the way. So we start in the middle, gather it, twist, pull, and loop. Yeah, red and gold is it's like one of my ultimate Christmas colors. And gather again, and loop. Gather in the back, pinch it with your free thumb, and loop. So you can see with practice, this won't take a lot of time at all to make terry bows. Not terry bows, make bows with the Pro Bow, the hand. And it's almost effortless, really. I really don't see how much easier it can get making bows. Oh, you're welcome. Yes. Yeah, that would be a good idea for Hobby Lobby, especially after the Christmas season ends. If they have anything left over, I'm going to be getting it, because I don't know how much. Last year is the first time I really started, but after the Christmas season and all the Christmas things went on pretty much on clearance at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, I really stocked up. I'm kind of glad I did, because I used a lot of it this year, like the wreath bases, the evergreen wreath bases that I got from Michael's. I got, I think, like 20 of them, and I pretty much used them all. Okay, so just gather back here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the 2.5 inch red and gold ribbon is covered in glitter, and every time I pull it, glitter falls out and my hand is covered with glitter. The Pro Bow is covered in glitter. This is why when I'm in here and I leave, my husband always says, "You have glitter on your face," because I always do. Almost done here. And my Pro Bow tends to slide around because the feet, I keep forgetting to wipe it off. The feet of the Pro Bow, it has like rubber circles down there. It's supposed to hold it still. But it's covered in glitter too, so it slides around a little bit. Plus my table's kind of wonky. I have a table that folds in half, and the half is right here, so it's not exactly straight. That doesn't help keeping the Pro Bow in place. Yeah, more and more places are selling the Pro Bow. You can get it directly from probowthehand.com. I know they sell it in Amazon. And did you guys hear that Rachel Ray actually had the Pro Bow on her show today? So, congrats to Regina on that. That was amazing. Okay, so after the last one, we're going to gather and twist. Hi, Irene. Yes, I'm twisting here in the middle. What I'm doing is it's like stacking. The twists are stacked right here in the middle, in the back. So before we make our tail, No, I lost the end. Hang on. Oh, here it is. You're going to want to unwind the top wire and unwind the bottom wire. And I like to push it in and squeeze it tight. And give your wire a couple of good twists. So there you go, about 2 twists there, and then we're going to measure out our tail. Just want to make sure it's at least 24 inches. I should get my, there you go, that's 24 inches. Oops, sorry guys. I need longer arms. Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut it off here. I'm using a 22 gauge wire. You can use 26 gauge wire for this, but I've had bad luck with a 26 gauge wire breaking sometimes. So I'm using 22 gauge. So gather the ribbons again, about 1 inch or so in, and put it back here and give it another couple of good twists. That'll hold it in place. Yes, Terry, this is a tree topper bow. So we're going to cut our tail in half, make sure it's even, and we're going to go ahead and dovetail our ribbon. Thanks, Connie. Go. So we remove this. There's our ribbon. Okay, so we won't need this anymore. Put this guy down and bring back up the fluff box. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Any little shortcut helps. Okay, so we're going to move our tails to either side, slide the wire through the eye hook opening, stand that up, wind the wire around the nail, and then we're just going to separate our loops. Just like when doing the terry bow, I like to make sure the loops are distributed evenly. So I try to make an X, so if the red loop is here, I try to put the other one directly opposite it. Like I said, there's going to be 39 of these loops on this bow, so they're gonna be touching sometime. And you can always reposition them later, so there's also that. So yes, starting from the bottom and work your way up, separating each loop. I usually don't worry about fluffing the loops at this time. I just want to get all the ribbons positioned. because as you're working on it, it'll start to get flattened out anyway. Oh, I didn't mention that, did I? I did it on row C, which is 7 inches, Connie. Thanks for reminding me. This is on row C, 7 inches, which means it's a 7-inch loop, which means our finished bow is gonna be about 14 inches wide, which is a really good size for a tree topper bow. Thanks, Eileen. I've seen a couple of Eileens on my page since I've started. I didn't realize it was such a popular name. Okay, this way. Then, there. I want to try to have the red 2.5 inch kind of center there in the middle. And then you can go around, this time starting from the top, go around and start fluffing your loops and finalizing where you want them to sit. Turn them around if they're kind of wonky. There you go. Thank you, guys. Oh, Leonica, it's really not that difficult, and trust me, I had to practice too. When I got my Pro Bow, I was very, very intimidated by it, and I didn't use it for a while. I just stared at it for a while, being intimidated. Then I got up enough nerve and tried it. I just started with a 1 ribbon bow, exactly the same way that this is done, but just with a 1 ribbon. And then we went from there. And Regina's tutorials are so very detailed and so great that just keep watching it over and over, and pause it and go at your own pace, and you will get it too. And there it is with our. Then you just unwind your wire from the nail and slide this off. There's our tree topper bow. That looks so nice, doesn't it, guys? So this size of tree topper bow, I have one listed on my site. It's actually the teal and the green one. I'm going to have these other ones on for sale on my Etsy page. This can go for $35 with the 6 tails. Thanks, you guys. So let me move this out of the way. I am covered in glitter right now. It's so funny. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather all my tails and then just roll them up loosely. Oh, thank you for liking and sharing. So roll it up loosely until it's to the bottom, and then you can usually I can just leave it like that, because if it's sitting in storage, it's sitting like this in the box, and that way, oops, we have a snag here. That way when they unroll it, the ribbon tails will have a nice little curl to it. So just curl it around like that. Just like curlers, putting your hair in curlers, and it'll stay. So let me put that there. Here's our blue and gold one, the tails. Here's our teal and green one. This is so bright, you guys. This lime green, it's almost like a neon green. And then we have our rose gold ribbons. I'm surrounded with ribbons. It's so, with bows, it's so fun. Put this up. Hi Deborah, thank you. Thank you guys. That's much closer than usual. I normally have my wide angle lens attached to my phone so you can have a wider angle so you can see the crafts, but I figured with this one, I wanted you guys to see up close the making of the ribbons. Thank you. Irma, the first two I already had made. I just showed as an example of what we were going to do today. Not pretty. This would look great like on a Victorian tree. Not pretty. This would look great on a mermaid themed tree. I love that. This always reminds me of mermaid, these colors. So yeah, so the next time I'm going to be live is not until Sunday. I'm going to be out of town the next couple of days. So on Sunday I'll be back live, and I'll do it again at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and we're either going to be making a wreath. I've had a request to make this style of wreath. So we're going to either be making this. We'll do a different sign because this is the only Santa sign I have, but I have everything else that we're going to make. This is so easy to do, you guys. You're going to like it. Or if I can find the tomato cage, we may be making the 3-foot snowman. So be sure to come back then. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and follow my Facebook page, and share this video on your page too, so you can have access to watch it anytime you want. Thank you guys. Thanks Sherilyn. Thanks Teresa. Thanks Bonnie. So that would really help me out. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Have fun decorating for Christmas, crafting, shopping. Be safe, and I will see you all again on Sunday. Okay? Bye.